G'day everybody and welcome to Scrivscribe. So in this video I'm working on a kitchen island bench for my grandparents Marilyn and Frank. It's something I promised them for almost a year now and I think they might have actually forgotten about it. So once a week I go and visit them for an incredible dinner, and sometimes I mention things like, you know, an island bench would really look good in this kitchen. You should totally get one. So here I am, finally making that bench. I'd like to give a shout out to the MVP, the most valuable power tool of this build, the Makita 18-volt nail gun. This thing absolutely blew my mind. For those of you wondering, this project took around 15 hours to make and 20 hours of video editing. When you subtract the hours playing with the dog, it equates to about half of that. Sit. Shake. Shake. Very good. The way I'm making this thing is by first creating a box, and then using that as the structure for everything else. It's kind of like the skeleton of the furniture. Yes! Nan claims that she taught me most of my woodworking skills.
They made him tough back then.
Can you believe she's 83 and still swinging an axe for firewood?
Yes, thank you.
Trying to get a bit of a gauge as to where the books are going to sit inside the island bench. The plan is to have two separate bookshelves. Gah! Oh man. How am I supposed to... I can't go on. How am I supposed to finish this thing? It's ridiculous. I'm just kidding, that didn't actually happen. I mean, it did happen, but I did it on purpose. I was quite lucky to have a little apprentice working with me on this one. That's my my Uncle Chris there, and he loves working with me because he always learns stuff. He's always raving about how much I know and how much he learns when we work together. He was really a total novice when we started this project, and it's really good to see how he's developed. That whole thing was a lie. This is my Uncle Chris, and he is a carpenter builder and has been for 30 years, and I don't think I could have built this thing without him. And I might as well chuck this in here. If there are any hot single ladies looking for a working class stud, Chris is single and ready to mingle. I'll see you in the comments. The skirting board's going on now, and you can really see it starting to take shape. Here you can see us building the doors for the main cupboard. Originally I wanted to buy pre-made doors that were a similar size, and I could always modify them slightly, but it ended up being much easier and cheaper just to make our own. The doors needed a little bit of adjustment just to make sure that they were parallel, so I'm using the electric planer here to even them out. I'm using these pine 2x4s to create some rigidity in the structure and also provide points for the bench top to be secured to. Now I'm preparing for painting by filling all the small holes with spack filler. Spack filler seems to shrink when you fill larger spaces with it, so I'm using builder's bog here to patch these holes. It's a 2-part mixture and it sets rock hard. I like making painted furniture because you can hide most of the mistakes that you've done with just some filler and sanding. Now I'm just giving it a hit with the orbital sander to get rid of all the high spots and smooth out all the filled holes. So the island bench has now been in use for 3 months since I made it, and the only regret that I have is that I used the wrong paint. I used a flat finish paint, and I should have used something more durable and easier to clean like a gloss finish, only because it's in a high traffic area. Being in the middle of the kitchen, everybody touches it and scuffs it with their shoes and feet. Get Vegemite, can of tomato soup down the side of it, peanut butter, tuna juice, old yogurt. You get the idea. This is a little stopper block for the cupboards so they don't get pushed inwards. Initially I was going to make my own bench top. I was going to sandwich timbers together in like an old rustic style and actually run it through a thicknesser, sand it down. But you can buy these things from the hardware store for like $80 each. All I did was hit it with a sander and then gave it 3 coats of a clear polyurethane finish. Oh man, I love that swishy sound. Swish, 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 swish. Sorry, I go a little crazy in the editing process. Anyway, I was really happy with how it turned out, and it was time to attach it to the bench. There was one final touch. I'm finished. Congratulations. That's everything. I'm finished. That's it. It was time to surprise the grandparents. They haven't seen it yet.
Josh, this is why.
We'll close the door here.
Yeah. It's a cat. It's a black cat. You gotta take the black cat.
Oh.
My camera's just died. It's alright, hang on. I should have made you a cup of coffee or something. Hey, I fixed it.
Oh, just like that.
Okay, hang on.
That's what engineers do.
Hello!
Wow, Josh.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hagen.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So, you'll notice there's covers. Hang on, don't open them yet. Some mysterious hooks.
What are the mysterious
Oh, we'll
hooks?
find out very soon. We've got a nice, beautiful bookshelf on the end for your cookbooks.
Yes.
And it's on wheels that lock.
Right.
Oh, and how do we unlock them?
Well, these two are pivot ones, so they unlock in the end if you have to move it.
Yes.
But I'd like you to come around to the cupboard, please. If you would kindly open that up.
Wow.
Could you please grab that chopping board?
And the camera?
No. Say hello to the grand cam over there.
Hello, Grandcam. Wow.
So that chopping board fits perfectly onto those mysterious hooks.
Oh, wow. I thought it might have been for tea towels.
They'll be hung there too.
Isn't that wonderful?
Wow.
So it's at a pretty good height, the same working height as your bench top.
Yes.
So you'll be able to, instead of working on this tiny little area, you'll be able to
I
actually
can
do all your...
have all that.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to spread out.
Yes. Josh can sit there and chop up the
Yeah,
carrots.
so it's got an overhang on this side so that you can put your little stools under there if you want.
Yes.
Have someone on the end.
Wow, Josh, this is just wonderful.
And it shouldn't get in the way of the fridge. We have to move it a little bit. But you can now access all these cupboards.
Yes, I don't have to move chairs to
Yeah.
get into the cupboards.
Yeah.
Now all we got to do is get something to sit on.
Yeah, exactly.
Just one stool there will be enough. That's wonderful.
How nice.
Yes.
Well, you've been a very busy boy.
I have.
That's amazing. Oh, you're so clever. Oh, that's beautiful. And I love this.
Quite nasty.
There's one at the end here.
There we go.
Oh, they fit.
Yeah.
Great.
I've got those couple that I don't use. Wonderful.
Sweet.
Thank you, Josh.
It's alright. You were saying when you first got the kitchen built.
Yes, in 1989 I got professional kitchen builders in, and the lady that came in to assess it, I wanted one of these, and she said there's no way you could put one of those in here. You could probably have a bench coming out this way, but I wanted a bench going that way.
Yeah.
She said no, you couldn't do it. So I ditched her and got someone else, and they did all the cupboards, but they didn't do a kitchen bench. So now I've got one.
Yeah. We showed her, didn't we?
Yeah, we showed her. Isn't this wonderful? Yes.
La 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 la.